Purple Heart, Black Palm, Cedar, and this is Zebra Wood. Now I believe we have enough copper streamers to start the party. Here's the B side. And the B side.
Yes, sir. It matches up. There we go.
Mark my little pins. You all the way down? You all the way down? Everybody down? Great. So let's get down then. There we go. Hey, what you gotta be stubborn for, man? Work with me here, alright? Trying to make good use out of you. You wanna act like, I don't wanna come out. No, please let me stay in there. Well, fine. Get back in there. You ain't coming out now. That make you happy? Don't know why, but I left that little lip there. Normally I just go ahead and take it all the way down to the metal, but I thought it looked kind of neat after I started grinding into it, so I just left it alone. So you got a problem with that? There's my finished blade. Let's go chop down a mighty redwood tree, shall we? As you can see, I have cold forged all the edges, because this copper is going to need all the help that it can get, because I look to abuse it to death. And now we are ready to go chop down things that no sword was made to actually chop down.
Ready to wage war on some plants. Y'all gonna die. I wanna chop down you, and you, and you. You're all going down. Down to Chinatown. Battle, baby. Get ready to die. 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 Crazy. Yeah. Crazy for you, baby. You turn it on, then you're gone.
Oh, pardon me. Where are my manners? Just 'cause I hack people up with a sharp piece of metal doesn't mean that I don't have manners. Excuse me again. My goodness, I'm going to have to pardon myself.
You're going to die.
No, please, don't kill me. I am useless. I have a family.
You think I care about your family? I do not. And I shall kill you.
Please, don't do it. Ah, oh, 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 no. So, is there any damage to the copper blade? Let's find out, shall we? Yes, it's got a dent right there. Right there. It is dented. Quite a bit. Other than that, I see no significant damage.
Now, let's go to a bigger tree and see what that does.
Armor is so uncomfortable. Why don't they make more comfortable armor, huh? Don't they know that people's got to work in this stuff?
This time, I'm going to use the undamaged side and do some cutting on this tree. Okay.
I did leave the edges a little thicker because I wanted it to be able to withstand the impact. But maybe I did not sharpen it enough. But it's really holding up pretty well right there. Oh yeah, I got quite a bend going now. I guess I'll have to turn it over and cut the other way for a minute. Oh yeah, that is pretty bent. You can see that. Take off the super uncomfortable helmet so I can chop with a little more force with my super blunt sword. Blunt. This is a super blunt sword here. Oh yeah, seems to be going back. Oh I just spit on my helmet. I'm gonna have to wipe that off later. Okay, let's continue. Turn it over. Try to get it to bend back. Just a slight bend. Just very little. Yeah, right. Very little. There we go. Better than it was before. Yeah. Still looking pretty good, baby. You're still looking good to me. Beautiful, really. Turn over. Time to flip it over. Oh, yeah. Okay. It seems that when it likes to bend the other way, it likes to bend right here, right at the tip. But the rest of it still looks pretty good. Whew. Thought the sword held up pretty well. The sword is still in good shape. Yeah, the sword is still in good shape. Compared to Mr. Tree, he's gonna need a doctor. Of course, you know, he was dead anyway. You tree huggers, don't send me any hate mail, man. This tree is dead. If this tree wasn't dead, do you think a copper sword would cut through it? I don't know, it might, but this one's dead. I could probably go all the way through that tree. Probably.
Man, that sword is straighter than it's ever been. Okay.
Yeah. Take that. Take that.
Oh, we got that bend going again. Right there at the tip. Starting to straighten itself back out. But I'm getting a little tired. Getting a little tired. Oh, got a bend going. Got to flip it over now. Ooh. After all this time, getting into the center of that thing, I got two more little bends right beside that one. Other than that though, and it being bent like ridiculous, I say it's holding up pretty well. I mean, for copper, who would have thunk it? I didn't thunk it. Ay caramba. I'm getting into a very hard part of this tree. Okay. Alrighty. Are y'all watching this? Because this is a lot of work. This is a lot of work. These pine trees just don't fall over by themselves. Fall over, man. See how that tip holds up for a minute. Well. Okay. It sticks in a tree. Oh boy. We're getting some odd bending shapes going. Okay. Here we go. Other than that, I say this sword's holding up fairly well. It just about whooped this pine tree's butt. So, let's see. Okay. The sword seems to be holding up fairly well.
And the pine tree is holding up pretty well too. But this old man, he's getting tired. We're gonna go do something else. I would say in this test, sword done pretty good. It didn't break. Everything's held together. So, you know, what more can you ask for in a copper sword? I can probably even hammer that back straight. Let's see how well Mr. Sword holds up against our firewood. I still have not repaired this edge, as you can well see. That is, if you have eyeballs. If you do not, then that's okay. That's cool too. Just take my word for it. Sorry, buddy. I mean, we got a lot more wood out here you can live on. Yeah, see? We love the worms around here.
You are my friend.
Well, it sticks. Oh man. I'm hitting that hard too. I am hitting it hard. Oh, there we got a bend. Now we got a bend. Right there. Yeah. Okay, so is a copper sword good for cutting your firewood? Probably not. Is it good for going into battle with? If I had nothing else, I would say it's better than a wooden sword. There's a hole there. A hole in the ground, can you imagine that? About fell in it. Anyways, that's it. I thought the sword held up really well. If you like this video, good, I guess. If you didn't like it, I don't know why you're still watching, but hey, you know, I'm not one to judge, so whatever. But I hope you learned something, if nothing else. Alright, cat, I'll be over there in a minute. Hey, critters. I mean, what more can you ask for? Sword made out of gold that holds up really well? Yeah, I would like that. I don't have one. Do you have one? You can send it to me and I'll test it for you. You may not ever get it back, but hey, I'll send it back. Yeah, trust me. And I'm going to go repair this sword, and I'm going to go stick it in the closet with my many other swords. Got any other ideas what I can do with this? Something I can chop up? You know, family friendly, I'll do it. Don't ask me to chop up a small cat or anything like that, because my daughter would not like that. Oh, I hammered everything back straight. Of course, you see I had to hammer some on my blade in order to straighten it back up with all those bends in it. Yep,